In this video, you're going to upload your website to the server and share it with the world. Now, before doing that, you're going to explore features which come with your hosting package. So this is the page where we left after placing the order. You can always get back here by clicking on the home link. Now, if you go to your active products and services and click on the web hosting link to your domain or subdomain, you will land here. So if you scroll down, you'll find some quick shortcuts to the control panel and your billing overview. Now, the billing cycle might show something different here, so you don't have to worry. It might take a short while for it to turn to a free account. Now, to access your cPanel, you just need to log in to cPanel. And here it is. So the control panel is what you're going to use to manage your different websites. So this includes managing your files using the file manager, your FTP accounts, your databases, and so on. So let's have a look at the file manager. So this will show you the different folders and files that you've got in your hosting. So if you click on the public HTML, that's the folder where we're going to place all the files that we want to be visible to the web. So you can create a file, edit it, and so on. But we're not going to use this to manage our files. We'll use an FTP tool, which is going to be more user-friendly. And for that, you're going to need an FTP account. So FTP stands for File Transfer Protocol. And that's what we're going to need to exchange files between our computer and the server. So if you click on FTP accounts, you can add an account if you like, but there is a built-in account which you'll find right there. So if you click on Configure FTP Client, you'll find settings of the account, and also you can use one of these configuration files if you want to use one of these FTP tools. This video is an update of the original video using FTP, which has recently stopped working. So I'm going to use Cyberduck in this video, which works on Windows and Mac, even though it says Mac there. If you want to use FileZilla, you can check the other version of this video, which corresponds to FileZilla. So it's your choice. Okay, so if you use this video and you go for Cyberduck, then in the next videos, whenever FTP is used, you just need to use Cyberduck instead. They are actually very similar. So to use Cyberduck, you can just click on the configuration file, and this will download the file for you. And then you need to install Cyberduck by going to cyberduck.io, and you click on the correct button. So I'm on a Mac, so you can use it, or you can download it straight from the App Store if you like, or just click on that button. So once it's downloaded, you just click on the file, and then you double click there, and then you follow through the installation process, and this will get Cyberduck installed on your computer. So I'm not going to do that because I've already installed Cyberduck, but the process is pretty straightforward. So once you do that, you just open Cyberduck and you will get something like this. So to connect to your server, you just need to click on the file which you downloaded from there, and then click on Continue. And now it's going to ask you for your password. So to get your password, you just go to your email history and you get it from your hosting details email. So your password should be right there in your cPanel login details. So just enter the password there and then click on Login. Alright, so and now you are logged in to your server. So the folders you see there are the folders you find in your server. So if you click on public HTML, double click on that. That's the folder where you place files which you want to make visible to the world. Okay, so let's upload here our hello world.html file. So to do that, I'm going to click right and then upload. And then I'm going to go to the desktop and I'll click on the file. Since we are using an encrypted connection, I'm going to switch to FTP SSL and click on continue. Okay. And here we go, that's our file. So now if you go to your domain or subdomain, you can see the files located in your public folder. Okay. So just to make things easy for us, I'm going to split the screen to 2 halves. Okay, so now if I click on that file, then it's going to show me the contents of our hello world.html file. And the link for that is the domain / the location of the file. Now, if I had the file in a different location, so let's create a folder and call it folder, for example, create, then move that file inside that folder. Okay, now to access the file, I need to write / folder / the name of the file, and that's the correct location. Okay, so for now, let's just have our file in there. So I've just copied the file from there to there. So Command C and then Command V. And now I'm going to delete the file or the folder. Okay. All right. So now if you want to be able to see the contents of your file just by typing the domain name, then you just need to rename this file index.html. So I just clicked twice on the file, not quickly though, and now I can rename it. Now if I type the domain name only, then I'm going to land straight in the content of the file. Okay, perfect. Now, if you want to edit the content of this file remotely using Cyberduck, you can just right-click on the file, edit with, and choose the application you want to use to open the file. So you can choose brackets. Otherwise, you can just click on edit, and this will open the file using the default application that you use for HTML files. Okay, so for now I'm going to use edit with and choose brackets. And now this is a copy of the file located on the server. So any change you make to this file is going to be pushed to the file located on the server. So let's write hello there instead of hi there. And then visit our web page and see what we get. Perfect, and we can see the changes there. Now, sometimes the changes won't show up immediately, and that's because of caching. Basically, sometimes the server, or usually the server, will store a copy of the website once somebody visits that website, so that the next visit will be quicker by serving only the copy of the website. So to avoid any delays in changes when you are in development mode, like now, you can disable caching. So to do that, you just add a file inside your public folder and you call it access. So this is going to be a hidden file. So it would be a good idea to show hidden files. We're going to view, show hidden files before creating this file so that we can see it. So new file, .htaccess, then create, and then here we go, we can see our file there. Now you just need to edit this file. So I don't have brackets in the options, so I'm going to go for text edit, and you just need to place one line of code here. So I'm not going to set up brackets as a default application for that type of files, because we're not going to be editing that type of files quite often. So to get that line of code, you just go to the complete web hosting website /caching.txt, and this is the file or the line you need to copy. Control C or Command C to copy, and then Command V or Control V to paste. And now to save, Command S or Control S. Okay, so it shows here upload complete, meaning that the changes we made to this file have been uploaded to the file on the server. Okay, so now the caching has been disabled and your changes should be happening quickly. Now a quick note about your domain name. When you place your order, your domain name or subdomain is normally not available straight away, and that's because of propagation. So if you want to use the domain, you can still use a temporary URL which is going to be provided to you. So if you go to that email, you'll find that temporary URL. Okay, so you can use that URL instead of the domain or subdomain. Now, if you buy a domain or you already own a domain from somewhere else, you can use that domain and host it in this hosting by changing its name servers to these new or to name servers without the parentheses. Okay. All right, so in the next video, you're going to start looking at HTML components, and you're going to start with headings. Now, just a quick note, if you quit Cyberduck and you open it again, you can go back to your connection by clicking on the history icon, and then you can double click on the connection that you want. So in the next video, you're going to start looking at HTML components, and you're going to start with headings.